Hey there, Dr. Dowell-Reavis here. I wanted to give you a little information about what homeroom is going to look like from here on out. And I hope everybody understands that homeroom is the time when we're going to serve the kids' needs who have gaps in their learning. And in my mind, like homeroom is the most important time of the day because it doesn't really matter how much you deliver the content during the core class. If they have gaps and they can't access that content, then it's not working. So first I want to share my screen and let's see. So it says I'm sharing, and let me hop over to this document called MAVTime. So we've laid out what we would like each core teacher to do during MAVTime. And I want, again, to emphasize that this is the most important time of the day. It should be rich. It should have writing, discussion. And I want to super highlight this. It is not to be electronic. Student-teacher interaction is going to be high. They need to be doing things the entire 50 minutes. This is the best time to get some face-to-face instruction in place, in active. So I first want to start with the language arts homerooms. Those are the folks who typically teach language arts. And you guys will start with a warm-up, daily oral grammar. This should be on the board for the kids to begin on the second they walk into the room. No downtime allowed. And you can do a quick check of your attendance. Please do not call attendance. Simply look around the room and see who's there, and then move into going over the grammar with the students. I've put a link here for you to be able to access that has like something quick and easy for them to do. Then they will work on their reading fluency. This is something that they can time each other. You can put a timer up on the board on your screen and have it count down. They can time themselves. But there's lots of ways to do reading fluency, and we can get into some of that more later. You can also do choral reading fluency with the whole class. But for about 10 minutes, the expectation is that you're practicing fluency. The students are practicing. And then you're going to do a reading mini lesson. I've placed a couple links here. There's nothing magical about these links other than these passages are short enough for you to get through. I would encourage you to read these out loud to the students. Remember, a lot of them do not access content very easily. And so hearing your inflection and your prosody and the way you deliver your reading will help them become better readers. And then there are some little quick questions that you would go over at the end. So that's what it stacks up like for language arts homerooms. Next is science. Science is going to start with problem of the day. This should be something, I put some links here, but this should be something that they plan with the math teachers in that grade level. And that will be about the first 10 minutes of homeroom. Same thing. Have this up ready for the kids to work on, and then you can go over it and, check attendance while they're working on it and then get going. The idea is let's do something bell to bell during homeroom. Next, they're going to do math fluency practice. This is in a shared folder that we've sent you. And same thing, the kids can time each other. They can time themselves. You should probably have them chart themselves so they can see their progress. And we have done the check-in homeroom to see where they need to start with their math fluency. So that would be practice for about 10 minutes. And then the remainder of class, they're going to work on vocabulary. You're going to use the Frayer model. The Frayer model is considered one of the best ways to kind of stick information in your head as far as definitions go. It's not really useful to just have kids copy definitions. So the Frayer model that we've chosen starts with the definition of word in one corner. In another corner, the student would draw a picture of what that word looks like. And so for instance, I think about the word like abdicate, like I would draw like a little throne, and then I would draw like a stick man walking away with an arrow. He's leaving the throne, abdicate. And then they will include in the Frayer non-examples and examples or characteristics. This is something you need to model for the kids for a couple times to help them get the hang of it so that they're able to just jump on it themselves. And you would issue probably about 3 words a day. I've put some lists here for you to pick some words from. So that's what a science teacher's homeroom looks like. Next is going to be social studies. I've placed here a list of sites that has a current event for children, for students. And the CNN site, I did watch that, and it's about 10 minutes. And they recommend that you preview it before you show it in class. The particular day that I did watch it, it did talk about the Jacob Blake shooting in Kenosha and so on. And for some kids, that might be a little heavy for them to discuss. I'm certainly not saying that we need to steer away from those kind of conversations, but just be mindful if you are doing the CNN stuff, you need to preview it. Also, you need to preview any of the other current events. I want to emphasize this is not something you're just walking homeroom and just fly by the seat of your pants. I mean, you need to have some preparation in it. It needs to be something that you have considered valuable and that you're giving the students the best instruction that you can during that time. So social studies teachers are going to start with a warm-up event that would be current events. Then same thing as I described with the language arts teachers, you're going to do the reading fluency. And then the last part of class, I've pasted some links here that have social studies oriented passages, and they're pretty quick and easy. Again, I would expect you to read these out loud with the kids and then kind of go through them. Again, the more they hear good reading, the better readers they become. And you should be able to knock those out in the time allotted. They're pretty short. So then we were going to go to math. Math is going to start like the science folks, and you guys should consult with each other and plan this. Maybe have somebody on the hall be like the problem of the day person. So I put some links here. You're going to have the problem of the day up for the students to work on while you're getting settled in. Then you're going to do the math fluency practice, again, as described in the science group. Again, it's a good idea to have the kids chart their progress and so on. And then we would ask you to review prior year's skills. You probably want to look at the fourth quarter from the grade level below you. So if you have sixth grade, you'd want to look at the fifth grade, what would have been delivered during the fourth quarter, and pick a problem from that. You could also pick a problem from stuff that the kids just seem not to be getting in regular math class and work on that. So you're working on their skills to pull them up skill-wise during your homeroom. Exceptional children, they have all kind of specific, well, very specific goals specific to the kids, but we can absolutely provide resources if there are things that they need. And then the extension classes are going to use a picture of the day, and they will have the students write about what they think is happening in the picture of the day. And then the remainder of their time will be a student slash teacher created problem that they're trying to solve. So that's what homeroom is going to look like starting next week. I believe that date would be the 14th. No exceptions. This is a must, and I definitely believe that this is going to give us some bang for our buck long term, but it is going to take a little preparation. I've tried to provide as much help as I can, but it's not something that you should expect to just walk in and wing it, that you need to have done a little forethought for homeroom. But I want to emphasize how important I feel like it is, because again, the students can't really master what they need to during the time they have you for content if they've not yet mastered some of these skills. So if you have questions, please see me or Miss Hunter, and we'll be happy to help. I hope that clears everything up, and I hope everybody has a good day.